$1,000 fee. For a limited time, Owning will waive this fee so qualified borrowers can get a cash-out refi with absolutely no closing costs of any kind. Besides the usual no title, escrow, appraisal, etc., no fees for a cash-out on a 30-year fixed mortgage. So if you're in process somewhere and paying fees, call 8332-OWNING or go to owning.com, where our rate and APR for a no cash-out fee 30-year fixed mortgage is 2 3/4%. But hurry, the mortgage industry won't like this, so who knows when this special goes away. Call 8332-OWNING or go to owning.com.
NMLS 2611, licensed by the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation and the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act. Subject to credit approval. Call 833-303-2160 for terms and conditions. Equal housing lender.
Hi, it's Erin Andrews here for my friends at Cuddly. Each year, 6.5 million animals enter rescue centers looking for a second chance at life. The community on Cuddly helps these underdogs win. Cuddly champions animal rescue and makes it easy for you to donate essential items like food, toys, medication, and even surgery to the animal of your choice. Log on to cuddly.com and learn how you can save a furry friend today.
The Medicare annual enrollment period is right around the corner. It starts October 15th. Navigating Medicare can simply be overwhelming. It's complicated stuff, which is why I'm suggesting you call AGA Medicare Options. Their team of experienced agents will advise you step by step on a plan that fits your unique situation and budget. We're all different, and the plans change year to year and sometimes significantly. AGA will compare most of the major plans at once. No cost to you. They'll help you find plans that are accepted by your physician, cover your medications at the lowest out-of-pocket cost. And even if you're already on Medicare, set up a benefit review anyway to ensure you're still on the best plan, and it is free. Call, set up your free consultation, dial pound 250 on your cell and say the keyword My Medicare, pound 250 on the cell and say My Medicare, or visit AGAMedicareOptions.com, AGAMedicareOptions.com.
You've got dreams. Maybe you want to refinance so you can start those home improvements you've been putting off, take that long-awaited vacation, or pay off high-interest debt like credit cards, student loans, or personal loans. Take advantage. Your home equity has never been higher. I'm Lisa Alley of Summit Lending. We are a business dedicated to complete transparency and committed to obtaining loan packages that provide the lowest rates on the market. Summit Lending is family-owned and operated, and our service level is unparalleled. Check us out online. Our reviews speak for themselves. We have our own credit line with our own bank and can compete with anyone. Every KFI customer has direct access to the president of the company. That's me, Lisa. And remember, we love our veterans. For a rate quote within the hour, call Summit Lending at 800-640-1350. That's 800-640-1350, or email me personally at gowithsummit.com. Once again, that's 800-640-1350.
MNLS number 239255. DRE license number 0186478.
The president said he can't wait for his booster. What is that about? Come on, he's waiting for it? You think the president says, I want a booster, and they're lining up 200 booster givers. I don't want to do it to him. No, I want to do it.
Bill Handel, mornings from 6 to 10
Surprise, the president is waiting for his booster.
on KFI.
Johnny Kent Show, John Cobell, Ken Shambo, KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
All right, well, last hour, we were talking about a story involving Mayor Yoga Pants, Eric Garcetti, who's living in India as the U.S. ambassador, but unfortunately, especially with new presidents, all nominations are held up.
Well, they're just not interested. There's nobody in Washington who cares if Garcetti becomes the ambassador or not.
Well, they're not really confirming anybody to anything from what we read.
But that's just the way they do it. But Garcetti,
Trying to give the finger to the other party if you can.
Garcetti's pretty high profile. I mean, there's a lot of ambassadors who are just donor businessmen. They're anonymous to the real world. But this is kind of an embarrassment. The mayor of Los Angeles cannot get a hearing to be an ambassador. I mean, this says something about the lack of respect that everyone in Washington has for him.
Yeah, but it's probably not as important as, say, confirming the Secretary of Defense or the Treasury Secretary or the real cabinet people or even some of the other appointments.
It's an embarrassment. I mean, you would think the mayor would be treated better, especially after donating all that money to Biden, right? I mean, does Biden have any leverage, any power to get anything done?
So Garcetti went Friday night to an art show put on by, Hunter Biden. That's the story. And now people are wondering whether or not that is off limits. Apparently they had set up sort of ground rules. We talked about this last hour where you can't talk specifically about Hunter Biden, about, you know, the artwork and buying the artwork. It's really just about the creative process. Because it's apparently there was a gallerist involved and a gallerist.
I never heard of that word. Is that a real word? Is that a job?
I'm seeing it everywhere today.
Does somebody really get hired as a gallerist?
Yeah, I thought it was just an art gallery manager.
Well, there you go. Isn't that what you call him? A gallery manager, director? But a gallerist?
Gallerist is... I'm a gallerist.
Is a fake word.
So, it looks like a couple of reporters, we have some of the audio, went after the White House spokesperson, Jen Psaki, about this conflict of interest looking situation. Here we go.
Should we expect to see more people who seek jobs in this administration attending events like this?
Well, to be clear, we've spoken to the arrangement that is run by the gallerist and Hunter Biden's representative that the White House provided suggestions for. I'd refer you to the gallerist for questions about the event and as well as the representatives of Mr. Garcetti in terms of his attendance.
Just to follow up, this is exactly what ethicists said they were worried about.
What is specifically?
The president.
That he reportedly attended an event?
The president's son would be selling artwork and then meeting potentially with people who would seek to buy it. If you have attendees at that event who might be seeking either jobs in this administration or favors from this administration, isn't it an awkward situation to put the president in?
You're right.
Again, the gallerist has spoken to, we've spoken to the specifics that the gallerist has agreed to, and what recommendations were made. I've done that several times. I don't have additional details for it from here. I put you then. Go ahead.
So does the White House not have any concerns about the photos that have emerged showing Hunter Biden at that gallery alongside prospective buyers?
I pointed the gallerist on specifics of the restrictions that were put in place.
Great, but what about the position of the White House? This was a president who ran on being transparent and
And we were very transparent about what recommendations were made to the gallerist, and I would again point to them or the many times I've spoken about that from here.
Wow. Well, wait a second. What a headache.
If there's... she is.
I like where they're not giving up. There's like 3 different reporters.
Well, if he's not supposed to meet with the buyers, but there are people showing up at the gallery, presumably some of those are buyers, then right in front of her faces, that rule is being violated. I mean, who goes to a Hunter guy? Nobody would go to this. There's not a chance in hell that Hunter Biden would have one visitor, would have one person of interest for his alleged fake art, except he's the son of the president, and these people need some action from the president, including Garcetti. Was Garcetti hoping that, hey, if he shows he's supporting Hunter Biden, that maybe Joe will pick up the phone and get that nomination put through?
Or maybe he's hoping for a better nomination still. It's not too late.
Yeah.
I mean, how about a better country or something more flashy?
You don't send me 8,000 miles to one of the worst COVID zones in the world. Can you find anything else for me to do? Or maybe Garcetti should actually get a real job. How about that?
All right, when we come back, we'll talk about Joe. In fact, we'll go behind the curtain into Bidenville. We're going to take a look at his numbers. Now, they don't matter much when you're only 10 months into a presidency, but people are not liking what they're seeing. We'll talk about it next week.
John and Ken, KFI, and Deborah Marquez News.
Governor Newsom has signed some bills intended to help college students. The legislation provides $47 billion for colleges and universities. One of the bills makes it easier for community college students to transfer to in-state schools.
Trust me, the number one complaint I get, why can't my kid get into the CSU? Why can't my kid get into the CSU? And so we're trying to reconcile that.
The new law simplifies the program that guarantees priority admission to Cal State schools for students with associate degrees. It also requires the UC and Cal State systems to agree on a common set of courses that community college students need to take to transfer. Teachers in California are being warned about a TikTok challenge that targets them. Black
Slap a Teacher is a challenge that's exactly that. Students on TikTok are filming themselves slapping a teacher, then posting the video on social media. The California Teachers Association has warned its members of the new TikTok challenge and is reminding would-be offenders hurting a staff member is considered assault, and recording on school property without permission is against the law. The slap challenge is apparently related to the Devious Link challenge. They got nationwide attention last month. That one calls for students to damage or steal school property and post a video of themselves doing it on social media. Jennifer Jones-Lee, KFI News.
The news is brought to you by Water Heaters Only. COVID-19 vaccine requirements are set to go into place at Six Flags Magic Mountain and Universal Studios Hollywood. Visitors will need to show proof of vaccination or a recent negative COVID test to enter the park starting tomorrow. Six Flags says the new rules will only be in effect for Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays this month for Fright Fest Halloween event. The Department of Housing and Urban Development has created a new rule to try to prevent evictions now that the pandemic-related moratorium has expired. It says people in HUD-subsidized public housing cannot be evicted for non-payment of rent without 30 days' notice and information about available federal emergency rental assistance. And the first Hispanic woman to serve on the school board and the city council in Moreno Valley has died. The city manager's office says the three-term councilwoman had been dealing with medical challenges for an extended period, but they did not give details. Victoria Baca was 62. It's slow on the 118 in Porter Ranch.
From Sample Lake from DeSoto, taking you ahead looking a lot better once you make your way past Reseda Boulevard. Let's check in with Mike O'Brien. KFI in the Sky, sponsored by Injury Attorney, SuperwomanSuperLawyer.com. We're looking at Linwood.
Yeah, kind of a wacky wreck here. Looks like there was an accident on Garfield just above the 105 freeway, and it propelled one of these vehicles to roll down the hill onto the freeway. Now, fortunately, it landed on its wheels, and it does not look that serious. But the right lane is blocked, and it's having to slowing down, leading to 605 over to about Long Beach Boulevard. Now, the eastbound side of the 105, that's typically tight. Pretty much from the 405 on and off the break south goes to 605. A couple of decent pockets in that long stretch. I'm heading into Orange County, where we've had a couple of problems. Looks like the 22 westbound at about Fairview Hasker, clearing out of the middle lanes there. Already very tough from the 55, and affecting the South 57 from the 91 down into the Orange Crush. Injured in an accident? Visit SuperwomanSuperLawyer.com. Mike O'Brien, KFI in the Sky.
KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Angel Martinez.
All right, Sweet James. Hang on.
What?
Well, life is full of surprises.
Just now there was, too.
Yeah. And one of the worst surprises, you get into an accident and you're injured. That's where Sweet James accident attorneys come in.
Hey, you see personal injury? That's the only thing Sweet James does. They help thousands of listeners just like you get the medical treatment that you really need, and they've recovered millions of dollars every month for their clients.
There's no justice in accepting a lowball offer
None.
from the insurance company. No peace either. After your injury has changed your life.
You're going to need help navigating the legal system to make sure you get medical care, get your vehicle repaired, and of course get the most amount of money possible. And know this, you won't pay a dime until they win your case.
You've been injured in an accident, you call Sweet James. Free consultation. 800-500-5200. 800-500-5200. SweetJames.com. Get justice with Sweet James.
Southland weather from KFI, mostly cloudy tomorrow. Highs mid-60s to mid-70s for Metro LA and the Valley. Upper 60s to low 70s for Inland OC and the IE. We lead local live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Deborah Mark.
If you thought you missed the lowest mortgage rates in history, you're in luck, because they're back. Mortgage rates are near historic lows again. So if you have a mortgage, refinance it and forget it. You'll never have to worry about refinancing again. Network Capital Funding is offering a low 15-year fixed rate at 1.75% with a 1.94 APR. Incredible! Network Capital has built a reputation for saving people time and money with our unique process that's fast, simple, and secure. Our 15-year fixed rate is 1.75% with a 1.94 APR. Now, second chances don't come often, and you may never see these rates again. So, refinance it and forget it. That's a 15-year fixed at 1.75%. Yes, 1.75% with a 1.94 APR. Call the experts at Network Capital now. Call 800-500-1-HIT. 800-500-1-HIT. As in home run. Call now and save big on your refi. 800-500-1-HIT. 800-500-1448. NMLS ID 11712. Not licensed in all states. Visit NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Licensed by the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation and the Financing Law. Number 603D787. An equal opportunity lender. Rates subject to change and may not be available in rate law. Discount price may apply. Subject to credit approval. Call 800-500-1448 for additional cost information.
Drew,
You know what's really spooky during Halloween?
What, Dad?
Your old mattress. Because after 8 years, an old mattress loses support and comfort and can collect sweat, dead skin, and dust mites.
So if your mattress is over 8, it's time to replace during Sit and Sleep's fall sale. Save $1,000 on select mattresses from Beautyrest, Kingstown, and Sealy, and get a $300 gift with any Tempur-Pedic purchase.
So this Halloween season, trust your sleep to Sit and Sleep.
For dreams that are sweeter than a pumpkin spice latte.
That sounds good, Drew.
Hey, it's Dean Sharp. Have you still not gone solar? Let me help clear up some misconceptions. Solar doesn't cost you money. It saves you money. And it doesn't matter where your panels are made. It matters who makes them. And those $29.95 solar specials, they're not what's going to end up on your home. Sunlux left all of that behind to build a company that does solar better. Time for solar. It's time for Sunlux. Get started today at sunlux.com. That's sunlux.com. CSLB 1008374.
Accident, holding to leave, call Jacob and Bonnie, call Jacob. There's red, blue, and then there's you. You're a free thinker and believe the best ideas should win no matter whose idea that is. At KFI AM 640, we give you all the news you need and a variety of opinions, and you make up your own mind, beholden to no one. Live, local, and independent, KFI AM 640 is made for independent thinkers like you.
We'd like to formally welcome you to the rest home of Old Joe. Welcome to Bidenville, everyone.
All men and women created by go. You know the thing. Whether or not there's a man on the moon or something, or whether those aliens are here or not.
I got them $1.9 trillion released so far.
I'll need an effective strategy to mobilize true internet coverage of pressure. I think it's a right for people that bad to catch theirs.
I wrote the bill on the environment. Pay them more.
Joe Biden is in fact it's going to be getting checks in the mail that are consequential. For Secretary of Health and Education, I nominated Javier Baccaria. When President Harris and I took a virtual tour of a vaccination center in Arizona, the guy who runs that outfit over there.
And now, to give you a tour of Bidenville before your extended stay, here's John and Ken.
Did you see that Tony Bennett segment on 60 Minutes Sunday night?
No, I read about it, but he doesn't know he has.
It's fascinating. He did his final concert of his career.
It's 95?
Yeah, 95. Radio City Music Hall in August. They had 2 dates with Lady Gaga. And Anderson Cooper in 60 Minutes followed him around. And when he's home, sitting on a bench next to his wife, she says, I'm paraphrasing here, but she'll say things like, well, how are you doing today? Great. How you feeling? Great. 60 Minutes is here. Great. Just one word, little burst. Can't ask him anything else. He doesn't really respond. And then
But he actually sang on stage with Lady Gaga?
This is fascinating. So that's the setup, right? He's in his house, and he's staring blankly, one word at a time. Can't ask him if he remembers anything. He doesn't even respond. Goes into a large room where the piano is, and his longtime piano player, and they go into rehearsal, and he rehearses the entire set, something like 19 songs. Sings every one of them perfectly. Suddenly becomes many years younger. I mean, he's got the style, he's got all the melodies, the lyrics, the whole thing. They cut to Radio City Music Hall, right? And backstage, same thing. How you feeling? Oh, great. That's it. They take him through the curtain. Audience stands up. Huge standing ovation. They're going berserk. Suddenly, again, he looks years younger. Looks like he has all this energy. He smiles. And he does the whole set. There's no cue cards. There's no teleprompter. He sings all the songs perfectly. Then Lady Gaga comes out, and for the first time in a long time, he recognizes her by her name. Says, Lady Gaga, everybody. And, she almost burst into tears because he hadn't said her name in so long. And they did all these duets together, and the place was crazy. He goes backstage. It's like the plug's pulled out of the wall. And then a couple of days later, they interviewed him on camera. His wife says, hey, do you remember Radio City?
Nothing. Doesn't remember what he did 2 days earlier. And I've never seen Alzheimer's demonstrated like that.
And that's what it is. You still have long-term recollections. You just don't have anything going on now.
Right. So the music is stored in a different part of the brain.
But why can you not remember people that have been in your life a long time? That should still be there, right?
I don't know.
Your son or your...
It seems the music is separate.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he remembers all the lyrics, too.
I mean, yeah, that's what I wondered when I heard about that story. I said, how can he perform if he's got Alzheimer's?
There's no hesitation.
And then apparently his wife says he doesn't know he has it.
No, you don't know. You're just sitting there blankly. Like, you don't know why you are, because you don't...
But if you told him it's a diagnosis, he wouldn't retain it then, maybe, I guess. Or...
Right, he wouldn't retain it. He didn't retain the whole concert. He stood there for, probably 90 minutes in front of thousands of people. And had no memory of that the next day. So I was thinking of Biden.
There are advantages to that, so.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of stuff I'd like to forget. But I was thinking of Biden because I wonder, sometimes Biden comes out and he's got a speech with a teleprompter, he can do it, right? But then they keep him hidden the rest of the day and they don't want him to speak.
No question.
Right.
Nothing off the cuff.
Nothing off the cuff. So it must be something like that, where whatever brain cells he has to read, he can do. But if you're going to ask him to actually explain things off the cuff or remember things, it's not going to happen.
There's apparently, I didn't have a chance to listen to it, but something came up over the weekend where people were writing underneath the video, does anyone know what Joe Biden just said? It's another new game. What the hell did Joe Biden say? Because you heard that one that we play in the Biden bill intro. Yeah, he does that kind of, I don't suppose you prepare care. It just sometimes garbles the end of a sentence.
Yeah.
We're in Bidenville because, approval ratings, I don't really care about them. We've said that on the show, but he's really stinking up the joint. 38% approval rating, 53% disapproval, although the lopsidedness of it is comical. It's disapproved among Republicans, 94, 4% approve. And Democrats, 80% approve, only 10% disapprove. It's the independents that, and they probably are key to every election, 60-32. They disapprove of the job Biden is doing. People in this poll just called the whole administration incompetent.
Yeah.
He was down in all coronavirus, 50% disapprove. The economy, 55% disapprove. His job as commander-in-chief, 58% disapprove. Taxes, 54% disapprove. Foreign policy, 58%. The Afghanistan debacle. Immigration is really, really tanked. 67% disapprove. Only 25% approve.
He loses among Hispanics over immigration, 69-23. Hispanics. Ooh, they don't want an open border.
Maybe they saw Haitians and it's not their same. No?
It may be. It may be. They were fine when it was their people coming over the border, but now they see there's other people. It's like, hey, wait a second. But that's human nature. That's the way human nature has always been.
Only 3 in 10, 28% thought the U.S. did the right thing by withdrawing all troops from Afghanistan. That's it. 28%. That's pretty low.
Yeah, I don't know how you make the case for that. I really don't. I mean, there's some residual people are virtue signaling. They want to signal their partisanship and their support for their party. But I don't know how anybody could say he handled that competently. Yeah, it's interesting. His pockets of support that are left, white people with 4-year college degrees. What the hell is that about? So the most educated people in the country, presumably the smartest,
right,
think Biden is competent? Huh? See, that is just virtue signaling. I'm not going to give any ammunition.
I was going to say, they were so worked up over Trump that they're so excited their guy won, they're not going to criticize him.
No, but that's a false number there. I don't believe that. Honestly. I mean, if you can't use your critical thinking to see that Biden is incompetent, then what do you have a college degree for? What is the point?
All right, we got more coming up.
John and Ken, KFI, Deborah Marquez News.
Ellie Neighborhood Study has signed an ordinance that requires people to show proof of full COVID-19 vaccination before going into many indoor businesses. The city will start enforcing that in late November. More than 2,200 Kaiser Permanente employees across the country have been put on unpaid leave because they're not vaccinated against COVID. The school safety officer in Long Beach who shot an 18-year-old woman who was in a car has been fired for violating school policy. The young woman was declared brain dead and taken off life support this week. We'll go to the 134 and we will check in with the KFI in the sky next.
Are you not smiling in public? Are you no longer eating the food you used to enjoy because your teeth fell out? Right? You can't gum a steak. Cutting Dental can give you new permanent teeth in a day. Call now for a free exam, x-rays, and CT scan. This is a $1,500 value. Yours free when you call now. Cutting Dental. Dial 888-640-SMILE. 888-640-SMILE. 888-640-SMILE.
Is finding the right candidate slowing you down? Cut straight to You're Hired with Indeed. Their hiring platform makes it easy to attract, screen, and interview candidates all in the same place. To find your next great hire, visit Indeed.com/credit.
Southland weather from KFI. Mostly cloudy tomorrow, highs mid-60s to mid-70s. This report brought to you by Indeed.com. From the Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center, we make it easy. It's slow on the 134 in Burbank.
This is the eastbound side where we're seeing delays that are filling in, getting away from Buena Vista or make that Hollywood Way as you travel ahead towards into Glendale. Looking a lot better once you make your way past Verdugo. The 101 making your way northbound, slowing down out of Studio City, looking a lot better by White Oak and Encino. Let's head out to Costa Mesa with Mike O'Brien. KFI in the Sky, sponsored by Injury Attorney, SuperwomanSuperLawyer.com.
Start on time at 4:05. You're going to hit the brakes just about South Coast Plaza there, just leaving Bristol. First stretch, it's going to be heavy most of the way through Fountain Valley in the construction zone there. Now, the 55 northbound, that's going to be tied up pretty much from the 405 all the way to the 91. It's just a decent pocket along that stretch. Now, the 91 eastbound, that's a real tough one, too. That loads up just about where Canyon truck scales. First stretch heavy over to Green River. Going to loosen up a bit, and then back on the brakes approaching the 15 in Corona, and that remains pretty choppy in the Riverside from there. Injured in an accident? Visit SuperwomanSuperLawyer.com. Mike O'Brien, KFI in the Sky.
KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Angel Martinez.
This report is sponsored by Spectrum Business. Small businesses are always looking for ways to cut costs. That's why they should switch to Spectrum Business. They could cut their internet and phone bill in half while getting faster internet speeds and proven reliability. Call 888-489-2212 today.
Tonight on CBS, CSI, the global phenomenon, opens a brand new chapter in Las Vegas.
If we don't get to the truth, nobody will.
It's a new team of crime scene investigators
We're talking about my last reputation.
preserving justice in Sin City. Look at the evidence. CSI Vegas. Series premieres tonight, 10/9 Central on CBS.
Followed by CBS 2 News at 11 with Pat Harvey. Then,
Is this high-quality, affordable housing?
This is not high quality.
What is it?
This is a nightmare.
tonight at 11, a company getting national attention claims it's helping low-income residents by improving living conditions. But what investigative reporter David Goldstein found is quite the opposite.
It's disgusting.
In a story you'll only see here, witness the horrible conditions some residents are living with.
Disgusting. I'm tired of it.
CBS 2 investigates tonight at 11.
Will I be able to smile again?
Can I eat my favorite food?
Can I live without worrying about my teeth?
These are questions we hear every day at Clear Choice Dental Implant Center. In a free 1-hour consultation, we can provide answers. You may be a candidate for dental implants, which look, feel, and function like real teeth. And if you are, the answer to, can I feel like myself again, will be yes.
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 To find out more, visit us at clearchoice.com.
AMCO presents Bet You Didn't Know.
Bet you didn't know that your car's transmission is made up of 800 pieces. Also, bet you didn't know that AMCO's fixed over 40 million transmissions, and that AMCO offers a nationwide warranty.
And AMCO offers payment plan options for almost any credit situation, so it's easier than ever to fix it fast and pay it off slow. That's AMCO.
Joe. I think we all gained a COVID-19 and need a diet, but if you're someone who struggles with weight your entire life, you know diets don't work. It's time to call West Medical and experience the Da Vinci X surgical system that gives hyper-precision to weight loss surgery and a faster recovery. West Medical is the only place in the country with this breakthrough outpatient surgery, and it's covered by most insurances. Make that call today. The consultation is free. Change your life. Call 1-800-WEST-MED or visit westmedical.com.
I feel incredible because I called 1-800-WEST-MEDICAL.
Here's what you need to know about the Pfizer COVID-19 booster. Not everyone needs one. Those who should receive a booster are 65 and older, long-term care residents, and those 50 to 64 with underlying medical conditions. Consider a booster if you're 18 to 49 with underlying medical conditions, or 18 to 64 with a high risk of COVID exposure at work. Only get a booster if it's been at least 6 months since you received your second dose of Pfizer. Find a booster near you at myturn.ca.gov. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
This is my business. I started it, and my hard work made it successful. We survived the last year, and things are starting to look better, but now hard work alone isn't enough. I need cash to hire some people and buy supplies.
Loan Me Business is for people like you. We can loan your business from $6,000 up to $250,000. And we understand that you don't need the cash soon, you need it now. And if your credit isn't perfect, that's okay. Apply today and you could have the money in your account tomorrow. Loan Me Business loans have longer terms, keeping your monthly payments low and manageable. You can even pay the loan off early to control your costs with no prepayment penalties.
That sounds great.
Simply go to Loan